And go out of lands. Coach Bashir Hereford. Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very difficult game. You came with your plan. Would you agree that your plan worked and your comments about the 90 minutes today?
Thank you very much. It was not about the plan, it was about determination. We were determined to take the 3 points because we feel we are playing very well. And so what we need to do is to get the point. And so the plan was, yes, to prepare well and come and meet them. And now we have executed our plan as we came and met them squarely. And we have gotten our 3 points. So that is it.
Right. I mean, you would say this is the 3 points like any
Yes,
normal
yes.
game, but does this win, change the target for your team this season?
You see, we have not even made any target for the season because we battled for relegation last season. And so our target this season is to avoid that humiliating situation. And so that's what we are doing. But when the dynamics change and there's new orientation, we'll take it.
Do you
Another question that when I answer it, will going to be a problem. I'll be meeting almost every time I left the place. First time I was with Kevin and beat them. I went to Mediama and beat them. I went to Agony, everywhere. So it's not something that pleases me that I've beaten Kotoko. No, I've won a match, including Kotoko. Because last week we won, and this week we have won. So it is the winning that we want. It is not the name Kotoko per se, but it is the winning mentality that we want to develop into the boys. So exactly that's what we are doing.
Okay, coach.
okay? Your name
Well, the fans, when they become agitated, we tell them that they should exercise patience because Rome was not built in a day. And so I think this is going to be a point for them to see that coach said Rome was not built in a day. So they should take time because sometimes they always become irritated when they go, there's no score. And so yes, the dynamics is going to change with the supporters. I think they will hail us, and now they will support the team very well, rather than maybe accusing them falsely. So this is what I'm saying. I always want to concentrate on my food. What is in front of me is what I don't talk about that somebody's food. I'm a coach who does not interfere with somebody's game plan. My team is half of life. I'm concentrating. If it is if I'm concentrating on it, I will not fry rice on and no.
Coach, last question. Last season, you saw your captain, Nizarman, was a hot cake. Teams came in wanting to sign him. What?
He's the wire of the team. He's the pillar of the team. And he didn't come just last season. The team has been built around him. So if you are leaving, if you want him to leave, then you have to get a good substitute to replace him. We found out that the time was such that we cannot get a substitute. So the owner of the club spoke to him and he agreed. So the footballer, where you apply your trade and you be satisfied, and I think he's satisfied. If you have followed us, last week we played with the same set, and because we won, per your analogy, nobody changes the winning team, so we got the same team. If nothing happens, we send the same team.
last
That's my job. That's my job. All along, I've been a coach, and I'll continue to be a coach till I die. So I know the job. So what I told them is not for the consumption of the time. I did it as a coach.
right. Thank you so much, Coach Asante Kotoko, Dr. Prospanato. Coach, very disappointing game. In 3 games, still without a win. First of all, can you sum up this 90 minutes today?
I think it wasn't the typical team that in terms of our energy, in terms of our fluidity, in terms of our purposefulness, in terms of our aggression. We weren't the team that we are known for. So I think we didn't show these things today. and it gave the opponent a lot of time and space on the ball to play. But then I think one of the main factors for this would be the stress aspect of it. I mean, playing 3 games in 7 days, I mean, it's not easy. Looking at the distances involved from Kumasi to Enyinase, about 9-10 hours, and then from Enyinase to Accra to Kumasi to Obuasi. It's been so stressful. So I think that alone took some energy out of the boys.
As a coach, how do you deal with this setback? You know, these players started the season so well, but in the last 3 games they failed to win. And then you are talking about the stress that we all agree with. How do you deal with that? How do you get them back to winning this?
I think we need to give them some days to rest, give them some days off, and then also try and then manage the training content, the training load. Once you manage the training load properly, and then we give them some days to rest, I'm sure they will recover fresh, and then they can get the results.
Lastly, before my colleagues come in, I mean, it's good to work with the thin squad sometimes, but with the intensity of the league this season and some of the injury challenges, are you disappointed that, you know, the likes of someone left, or you think you can cope with what you have now until January when you can, you know, reinforce the squad?
For Soma, it was an opportunity for him to learn as a young boy. We all had to let him. So, I mean, we had to encourage him. And then for the team squad, I think there's nothing we can do now. All that we have to do is to make sure that we manage them well. Fortunately, we have the youth team, so you see almost all our games, we have some of the youth team players in. So the youth team players have been training with us, and I'm sure with time, when we give them the confidence and we have our rhythm in a particular game and we introduce them, they'll be able to play.
Any updates on Albert? He hobbled off. It seems to be a very serious injury. Have you had any information?
Yeah, he had a kick direct at the side of the knee. It's swollen and it's very painful. And as at the time I was coming in here, he couldn't walk. He had to be helped to get on board the bus. So it looks serious, but then I think we have a competent medical staff that will be able to address it. So I'm sure by Tuesday we'll be able to know the state.
Your name, media, please.
They are not happy because we are not getting them the results, and we'll get them the results. That's all.
Your name, media.
We have been training on it a lot at training. It's up to the players to execute it on the floor. We've been training on it, different positions at training. But then when we go into the game, it happens in a different way. But I think we need to keep on working on it. And we'll get it. The positions that the set pieces occur. When it occurs at a particular place, we can have 2, 3 people whom are competent from that position. So it's up to the players there to agree and decide on who to take it. That's why sometimes at a particular position, if it's direct, you can see Amwa, you can see Intim, you can see Samba coming in there. But they all have the potential. They've shown it at training. So that's why it happens now. If it is true, you will see it. It will come to pass. All right.
But we saw today, get back to 4. Was it a special plan for this?
Yeah, because of the way that we saw that the opponent was going to approach the game, that was why we went into that structure. Yeah, I think we all know his quality. His absence will definitely affect us if it happens that the seriousness is very high, the degree of the injury is very high. But then, as I said earlier on, let's all be patient. We are not medical staff. Let's wait. I'm sure by Tuesday the results will come out. But then we all cannot take away the fact that he's an influential player. He's our top marksman. He's our leading goal scorer now, and therefore a very key or elegant player in our team. Interesting question. Yeah. They are good players, and every team must have quality on the bench. And per the rules of the game, all of them cannot start. So I think if they have come in and they have impressed, it means that we have depth in the team, we have quality on the bench, and it's good for us.